Hi, everybody. Today is Tuesday, July the 10th, and I am reporting to you a little bit earlier than expected. There has been some recent developments that came up that I just could not delay or put this off. It is time sensitive material, and I felt it to be very necessary to at least address my audience a bit as it relates to this person. His name was Seth Rich. Yesterday, an article was posted, actually came out by the Gateway Pundit, is the actual source. But this article was published yesterday, and the headline is Witnesses Prepared to Identify Two Killers of Seth Rich. And this was written by Miss Alicia Powe. This was published again yesterday. So I encourage you, if you have any interest, if you do know anything, if you followed anything regarding to Seth Rich, I encourage you to actually read that article, because today there's actually supposed to be a press conference regarding that article, and I believe it's going on in D.C. Twitter has been doing some really funny things with my account. So this press conference, this was posted actually by Jack Berman. It looks like he's with Fox News. If you want to follow him on Twitter, it's at Jack, Jack_Berkman. That's Burkman. And he's doing a press conference at 1 o'clock at the Holiday Inn. I think that's coming up soon. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So I think 1 o'clock is coming up soon. The specific location is not listed, but I guess if you want to find out more information, you probably can. A great person to follow who's been following so many developments and directly involved is Matt Couch. You can follow him on Twitter as well. But for some reason today, when I tried to tag Matt, H.A. Goodman, Shirtless Pundit, Anomaly, some of the folks that I usually tag in articles, I could not tag today. It just would not allow me. And they have been suppressing lots of my followers and suppressing others from what I hear, or using that tactic called shadow banning. I don't know enough about it. All I know is that it definitely could affect at least momentum as well if you have people that are following you. So anyhow, Seth Conrad Rich, January the 3rd, born January the 3rd, 1989. He died July the 10th, 2016. He was an employee of the DNC, and he was found, he was fatally shot in the Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C. As of May 2017, the shooting was still under investigation by the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. Now, if you Google Seth Rich, you will find so many different articles about him. It all depends on the source, who's reporting, but there's a lot of funny business going around as it relates to his death. And, I encourage you, if you wanted to start to look at some of those stories, there's so many of them out there, I encourage you to go ahead and start reading them. But anyway, for right now, there is going to be a press conference. It's claiming that there is a witness that's prepared to identify two killers. I'm hearing that there's tapes, there's different testimonies. There has been a lot of efforts made to not get certain information out. I can just tell you, back in 2016, if you knew about the whole WikiLeaks and the John Podesta emails that had came out, they revealed some unfortunate facts and some things that people in power would find really embarrassing had the general public been able to read. And they were through WikiLeaks. There was also an interview that Julian Assange did. If you know Julian Assange, I believe he's the founder of WikiLeaks. He's currently being held in the Ecuadorian embassy under asylum, political asylum. Anyhow, Julian Assange did this interview with a British media outlet where he seemed to imply that the people that participate with WikiLeaks, or the people who speak to WikiLeaks, take big risks, and they make big sacrifices to share their stories. And it seemed like he implied that Seth Rich, this person, had shared certain information with WikiLeaks, and and as a result, that they can, things happen to them. So you will find that link in the bottom of this description. I promise. I think I've said it in some of my other videos, but you will find that link with Julian Assange where he was being interviewed. So that happened, and this stuff was going on online. There was a lot of things that was not put out mainstream. Pretty much mainstream just tried to debunk it, calling it conspiracy theories and things like that. They never gave any attention to it. However, Sean Hannity, Fox News, Sean Hannity started to cover the Seth Rich phenomenon. There was a black private detective, Rod Wheeler, who I believe he currently has a lawsuit. I think he's suing Fox News. I don't know if there's any other media outlets. But he was coming, they were having him on. He was on a couple of times discussing these strange, weird events going on with the Seth Rich case. So I specifically remember Rod Wheeler coming on Fox, and one of the things he said was that there was a person who had interest in this from the DNC that was actually calling into the Metropolitan Police Department, wondering why was anybody inquiring about this Seth Rich case. They were showing an interest to want to know what's going on. And that person, apparently, he said on the air, was Donna Brazile. I don't know if any of you guys read her book. I didn't. I know it was fabricated and manipulated with lots of lies, but in that book, Donna Brazile talks about Seth Rich as if it was kind of a guilty conscience thing. Really, really, really weird, okay? Her book is called Hacks. So, she had her 5 minutes of fame. You all know that she is the one that was passing questions to off to Hillary Clinton at the debates for CNN, and CNN ended up firing her. She said that, she was being persecuted. I'm a Christian woman, and I won't allow you to persecute me. And they found out it was true. Everybody knew it was true. She actually initially claimed it was the Russians as well. So that was Donna Brazile was basically reaching out, trying to find out what was going on. Why was someone asking questions about Seth Rich? And Rod Wheeler, through some of his investigation, actually went on to say that when he reached out to the Metropolitan Police Department, D.C., they told him that if he wanted any information about Seth Rich, he needed to reach out to the FBI. Well, why would the FBI have anything to do with a botched so-called robbery? That's how they reported, or a murder that happened in D.C. with someone getting shot in the back a couple of times. Just didn't make any sense. So there was weird things surrounding that. However, something happened. They started going after Sean Hannity for covering this story. I believe advertisers, very powerful people, did not want this to continue to go forward, and it got shut down. They started to come after Sean Hannity. Then all of a sudden, some lawsuit arose out of it from Rod Wheeler against, I guess, Fox, and I don't know how many other news outlets, but they basically were kind of eventually after slandering him. It was like it may be a defamation suit. But, I guess just discrediting him. But here you go. Today, there's going to be a press conference about Seth Rich, a witness prepared to identify the two killers of Seth Rich. And there are gaps in this story because there's a lot. But I just have to share with you, I don't know if you guys know about the whole deal with the DNC and their servers. Their servers were never turned over to the FBI, yet they claim that Russia hacked the DNC. There's there's alleged proof that Russia did not hack the DNC servers, that it actually was Seth Rich. It was an inside leak. Seth Rich leaked information, private information within the DNC. He was a high-level staffer. He leaked the information specifically to WikiLeaks. That's a story that's kind of not being reported, but it's rumored. It has not been confirmed. The DNC servers were never given to the FBI to verify and validate that Russia had anything to do with it. This story has been out there, and because they haven't had witnesses, no one has been able to confirm anything. It's all been speculation and circumstantial things going around this story. So this is really great news. I hope you guys will tune into this and follow up with it. The other thing I want to actually share, because there's so much to this story. If you guys know about the book Shattered, the name of this book, Shattered, Inside Hillary Clinton's Doom Campaign. This was written by Jonathan Allen and Amie Parnes in light of this week's revelation that Hillary's campaign funded the dirty anti-Trump Steele dossier. The book takes on a new significance. It reveals within 24 hours of her concession speech, campaign chair John Podesta and her manager Robby Mook assembled her communications team at the Brooklyn headquarters to engineer the case that the election wasn't entirely on the up and up. For a couple of hours, with Shake Shack containers littering the room, they went over the script they would pitch to the press and the public. Already, Russian hacking was the centerpiece of the argument. This book came out shortly after Hillary Clinton lost the election. I can't give you the publication date. I just can tell you that this article was written by a journalist named Sperry with the New York Post. New York Post is banana news, but this has been widely reported. This statement is physically in the book if you decided you wanted to go verify it. Shattered, Inside Hillary Clinton's Doom Campaign by Jonathan Allen and Amie Parnes. So, the whole Russian hacking myth, the whole issues surrounding Russia, this was strategically executed as a talking point, as the narrative, as the excuse for why she got her behind whipped on November the 8th, okay? And lastly, I'll say, I ask you guys to pray for me. Keep me in your prayers. I got an alert on my phone that my phone was signed into in South Laurel, Maryland. I do not live in South Laurel, Maryland. I'm not reporting to you from South Laurel, Maryland. But, you get those little emails that tells you if your device or something was accessed. Well, apparently Safari was accessed. Then it actually says on a phone. So I don't know how. Here's my phone. I don't know how my phone was accessed. And it says the IP address. So there's some weird things going on. So I ask for you guys to keep me in your prayer. If you don't know who Seth Rich is, I ask that you go and look him up, find out. Definitely try to find out the news on him. Again, like I said, Matt Couch is following this directly involved and engaged. I said hello to him on a news feed. He said what's up to me today just a short while ago. He was doing a live stream. I don't know if it's still going on Twitter. Seth Conrad Rich, that's his name. I ask that you guys continue to give me support, encourage me to continue to do these videos. I've been holding back for a very, very long time. And I'd like to also let you guys know, I believe the last time I did a video, I was telling you guys I was at about 1,800. So I'm definitely going to hit about 2,000 subscribers by this evening. And that's really awesome because this was done within 2 weeks. So I thank you for that. It's really, really an honor. And I just I just want you guys to stay alert, stay aware. I'm a little fancy today because I got some appointments, but I wanted to get this news out, get this out to you guys before I head out for my day. So I do hope all you guys are well. Again, as always, you like my information, you like the information, you like the content that you get. Please share it. His name was Seth Rich. Seth Rich. All right. With that said, guys, have a wonderful day. And I will chat with you soon. But one more thing that just came to mind while I was just trying to close off is that I'm going to be on a radio show on Thursday in New York. It's a subscription only. It is a gentleman that I interviewed with before, but I only interviewed with him via Skype. Thursday, I'll be interviewing with him in person in New York. His name is Talib Starks. Taleeb, last name Starks, like Starks, the Iron Man, I believe, if I'm saying that right. It's Starkes, or Marvel superhero Starks, should I say. Anyway, yeah, so you can follow him on Twitter, and if you look him up. And with that said, guys, good luck, God bless, keep me in your prayers, and to the next time, I will see you soon.